There is a little gauge plugged into the dash of my old pickup that cost me $12. The first week I ran it, it told me something I did not want to hear. I was throwing away close to 1 gallon out of every 4 before that truck ever earned its keep. Not the engine's fault, not the price on the sign out front. It was small things, habits and neglect that nobody standing at a gas pump has any reason to fix for you. So why does the fellow who sells me my fuel smile a little wider when I roll in twice a week instead of once? My name is Roy Alderman. For 31 years I owned a filling station and a repair bay on a 2-lane road outside of town. I pumped the gas, I fixed the cars, I rotated the tires and pulled the engines, and listened to 1,000 men complain that their truck drank too much. I know what the pump takes out of your pocket, and I know the little things. The industry is in no hurry to teach you, because there is no money in a customer who buys less. Here is the honest part, and it is not flattering to me. For most of those years, I drove like everybody else. Heavy foot, tires, I never bothered to check. I once carried a spare transmission and a full toolbox around in my truck bed for the better part of a year because I forgot they were back there. I was burning money the whole time, and I never felt it. That is the trap. $1 here, $2 there. It does not sting. It just leaks out of you week after week, year after year. And the only man who notices is the one collecting it. I am going to show you exactly what I do now, in the order I do it, with what it costs, and where to spend your time first. 15 things. Some take 5 minutes, some are free. Not one of them requires a new car or a fancy fuel or a gadget off a late-night ad. And by the end, you are going to understand why the whole setup around that pump is built, so you never think about any of it. Stay with me. By the time we are done, you will know how to squeeze another 60, 80, sometimes 100 miles out of the same tank you are already paying for. Quick word before I go further. The tricks I use, the ones I picked up over 30 years behind the pump and under the hood, there is more of it than fits in any one video. I gathered the whole of it into a book you can buy in our pinned comment below. The book is the long version. If you want it, it is there. I will not mention it again. So let me tell you the thing that turned it around for me. Because if you get this one idea, the rest falls into place. You are not buying gas. You never were. You are buying distance. Miles. That is the only thing the fuel is for. And most drivers are paying full price for every gallon, while only getting 3 gallons of road out of every 4. The other gallon gets burned up sitting still, dragging dead weight, fighting soft tires, and feeding a heavy foot. You paid for it, you just never went anywhere on it. Now, once I saw it that way, I had a question I could not shake. If a quarter of my fuel was leaking out through things I could fix in a weekend for almost nothing, why had nobody ever told me? Why did the oil change place never mention it? Why did the man at the pump, who I saw more than I saw some of my own family, never once say a word? What is it about the way this whole thing is set up that the people closest to your gas tank are the last ones who want you to save a single drop of it? Let me get at the root of it, because if you do not understand this part, you will keep reaching for the wrong fix. When a man decides his truck drinks too much, he thinks he has 3 choices. Buy a new car with a better sticker, pay extra for the premium fuel, or send off for one of those gadgets, a magnet you clamp on the fuel line, a chip you plug in under the dash that promises to unlock hidden miles. I sold gas for 31 years. Let me save you the money on all 3. The magnets and the chips are junk, every one of them. I have taken them off cars, run the car down the same stretch of road before and after, and there is no difference at all but the hole they left in the fellow's wallet. If a $5 magnet could give you 10% better mileage, do you not think the men who build the cars would have bolted one on at the factory? They would. They did not, because it does nothing. The premium fuel will not help you either. Not unless your owner's manual sits right there in the glove box and tells you in plain words the engine was built for it. If your car calls for regular, premium does nothing but cost you 40 cents more a gallon and make you feel like you did something. You did not. And a new car? A new car is the most expensive way in the world to save a little gas. You will spend $30,000 to save maybe $400 a year. Do that math on a napkin sometime. Now here is the part they do not put on any sign. Your car, the one sitting in your driveway right now, already has good mileage built into it. The engineers who drew it up spent years shaving every ounce and every drop to hit a number. That number is real. You are just not getting it. And you are not getting it because the mileage bleeds out slow, through a dozen little holes at once, and no single hole is big enough to notice. Soft tires cost you a little. Dead weight costs you a little. A dirty filter, a heavy foot, a cold engine, a roof rack you forgot to take down. A little, a little, a little. Add up 12 littles, and you are back to throwing away 1 gallon in 4. That is the whole thing, right there. The fuel problem is not a price problem. You have no control over the price on the sign. You have complete control over the waste. And the waste is where all your money is going. Here is why nobody tells you. There is no dollar in it for them. Think about who touches your gas tank. The station makes its money on the soda and the chips inside, and on how often you pull in, not on teaching you to pull in less. The quick lube shop makes money selling you the oil change, not on the free advice. The dealer makes money on the next car. Every single person in that chain, from the pump to the showroom, makes more when you burn more. The one man who profits from you saving fuel is you. And you are the one man who was never handed the instructions. So that is the reframe, and I want it to sit with you. Stop thinking about the price of gas. You cannot win that fight. Start thinking about the distance you are already paying for and not getting. Every one of the 15 things I am about to give you plugs one of those little holes. None of them is expensive. Most cost nothing but a few minutes and a change of habit. Together, on a normal car, they hand you back that wasted quarter of a tank. On my truck, it came out to real money, every single week, for the rest of my life. Let me walk you through them, in the order I would do them, starting with the one that leaks the most while costing the least to fix. Number 1 is the one almost everybody is guilty of, and it is the cheapest to fix. Your tires. Soft tires are the biggest quiet leak on most cars on the road. A tire low by just a few pounds drags on the pavement like it is half flat, and your engine burns extra fuel every mile to shove it along. Here is the trick most folks get wrong. Do not fill to the number stamped on the tire itself. That big number on the sidewall is the most the tire can hold, not what your car wants. The right number is on a little sticker inside the driver's door, on the jamb. Find it, fill to that. And check it cold, first thing in the morning, before you have driven anywhere. Because rolling down the road warms the air inside and gives you a false high reading. A $12 digital gauge from any parts store is all you need. Check them once a month. That alone can hand you back 3 miles out of every 100. Number 2, clean out your car. Every 100 pounds of junk you haul around costs you fuel, and most of us drive a rolling closet. I carried a spare transmission for a year, remember. Pull the golf clubs, the tools, the bag of sand you forgot was in there since winter, the case of water you never drink. Dead weight is dead money. Number 3, and this one is bigger than people think. That roof rack or cargo box up top, even empty, a box on your roof is like holding your hand flat out the window at highway speed. The wind fights it the whole way. A loaded box can cost you 1/6 of your mileage on the interstate, sometimes more. If you are not using it this week, take it down. 5 bolts, 10 minutes, put it back on the day before the trip. Now the next few are free, and they all live in your right foot. Number 4 is the foot itself. Jackrabbit starts and hard stops are the most expensive habit you have got. Every time you stomp the gas to beat a light and then stand on the brake at the next one, you buy speed and then throw it straight in the trash. Drive like there is a raw egg between your foot and the pedal. Ease into it. And look far up the road. So when a light turns red a block ahead, you lift off early and coast down to it instead of racing up and slamming on the brakes. That one habit is worth more than any gadget ever built. 15, 20, sometimes 30% in town. Number 5, slow down. This is the big one on the highway and nobody wants to hear it. Wind fights you harder the faster you go, and it climbs quick. Running 75 instead of 65 can cost you better than 1/10 of your fuel. And number 6, set the cruise on any flat, open road and let it hold one steady speed. A steady foot beats a twitchy one every time. Number 7 is a little secret about coasting. When you lift off the gas going downhill or rolling up to a stop, keep it in gear. Do not slip it into neutral. A modern engine actually shuts the fuel off completely when you coast in gear with your foot off the pedal. Drop it into neutral, and it clicks the fuel back on just to idle. So coasting in gear, foot off, is the closest thing there is to free miles. Let the road carry you. Number 8, quit idling. A car sitting still gets 0 miles to the gallon, and warming it up in the driveway is a habit from your grandfather's day. A modern engine is ready to roll in 30 seconds. Just drive it gentle for the first mile. If you are going to sit more than a minute waiting on somebody, stuck in a long line, shut it off. Number 9, buy the right fuel. And that means regular, unless your manual says different. We already covered the premium trap. Number 10, batch your errands. 5 cold starts on 5 separate trips burn far more than one loop with 5 stops on it, because a cold engine is a thirsty engine for the first few miles. Run them all in one go while it is already warm. Number 11. Use the oil your car asks for. The exact weight printed in the manual. The kind marked energy conserving. The wrong heavy oil makes the engine work harder for nothing. Number 12. Check your air filter. Pull it out and hold it up to the light. If you cannot see daylight through it, it is choking your engine. And on an older truck, that is real money. Number 13. Keep the injectors clean. Buy the fuel with the detergent already in it, the kind marked top tier at the pump, and run a can of a good fuel system cleaner through the tank a couple times a year. Number 14. In town, roll the windows down and leave the air off. But out on the highway, windows up and air on, because open windows at speed drag on you worse than the air compressor ever will. And number 15 is the one that ties all the others together. Get yourself a little reader that plugs into the port under your dash. There is a plug down there on every car built since the middle 90s. A Bluetooth one runs $15–20, and it talks to a free app on your phone. It shows you your real mileage, right now, live, as you drive. That is the whole trick. Once you can watch that number move, you start driving to the number, and your foot learns all on its own. That $12 gauge taught me more in 1 week than 30 years behind the pump ever did. Now let me pull back and show you what this really adds up to. Because a few miles a tank does not sound like much until you run it out over a life. Say you plug the leaks and win back that wasted quarter. On a normal car in a normal year, that is a few $100s back in your pocket. Does not sound like a fortune. But run it out, 10 years, 20, 2 cars, 3 cars, over a lifetime of driving. Now, it is thousands of dollars, real money. Enough for a good used truck, paid for with fuel you were already buying and simply throwing away. Nobody handed you that. You kept it by paying attention. And it is not only the money. Every gallon you do not burn is one you do not have to stop and buy. One less trip to the pump, one less line, one less $40 gone before you have had your morning coffee. It is a cleaner engine that runs longer. Because the easy foot that saves your fuel is the same easy foot that saves your brakes and your transmission. It is less smoke out the tailpipe for your grandkids to breathe. The whole thing pulls in one direction once you start. Save the fuel, and you save the car, and you save a little corner of the air. All with the very same set of habits. Here is the thing I learned standing at that pump for 31 years, and it is the whole point of everything I just told you. The big savings are never in the big fancy fix. They are in the small, boring things, done steady. Nobody gets rich selling you a tire gauge and a light foot. There is no commercial for checking your air filter. That is exactly why it works, and exactly why nobody told you. The money that leaks out slow is the money that comes back slow. And it comes back only to the man patient enough to plug the holes and leave them plugged. So here is what I want you to do tonight, and it is free. Walk out to your car in the driveway, open the driver's door, and find that little sticker on the jamb, and read the tire pressure off it. Then, first thing tomorrow, before you drive anywhere, take a cheap gauge and check all 4 tires cold against that number. I will bet you a cup of coffee, at least one of them is low. Fill it. That is step 1. It costs you nothing but 5 minutes, and it is the biggest quiet leak most of you have got. Do that one thing, and you have already started getting your gallon back. Then come tell me. Down in the comments, tell me where you drive and what you found. Tell me how low your tires were sitting. I read every one. And I want to know if that little sticker inside your door said something different than the number you had been running all these years. Most of you are going to be surprised. Next time, I am going to show you the one thing I check under the hood in about 60 seconds that tells me whether a car is about to start guzzling fuel long before the driver ever feels it in the wallet. It is a part most folks never look at, it costs almost nothing to fix, and I watched it drink a good man dry for 2 years because nobody thought to point a flashlight at it. Until then, keep your foot easy, keep your tires full, and remember, you are not buying gas, you are buying distance. Make them give you every mile you paid for. Artifacts Lu Feng transmission fluid script document. MD Judah Chan flytrap script document. MD Amish dog paws script document. MD Amish lean dogs script document. MD used mowers worth it script document. MD Katie Yoder ant script document. MD car million miles script document. MD Vietnam retired. Lonely script document, MD cabbage worm, script document, MD ant. Script document, MD Japanese babies diapers, script document, MD. Alice Castillo Aussie seniors 5 taxes. Script document, MD. Kayla Reed UK, Seniors 6 taxes. Document MD, Suda Chan, Japanese plumbing. Script document MD. Thailand 900. Script document MD, Judy Gray 5 taxes. Script document MD, Alan Chan cat vomiting. Script document MD, Katie. Yoder earthworm script document MD, Vietnam. Lonely script document MD, Kenji. Newborn script document MD, dog. Dandruff ringworm script document MD, dog. Paw script TXT script document MD, Katie. Yoder caterpillars document MD, Chloe Simmons IRS. After 60 script document MD. Cat stretch script document MD, Amish cats. Script document MD, plumbing script. Suda-chan document MD. Vietnam retirement script document MD, spider mites script. Document MD, Lufeng rust coating script document. MD, fleece script. Katie Yoder document. MD, dog paws Amish script TXT. Ju Wang tick script document MD, Katie Yoder slugs script document. MD, Alan Sean cat licking script document MD. Katie Yoder slug script document MD, Alex the. Mower 12 illegal tricks. Script document MD, Judah Chan Japanese homes warm. Document MD, Alex the mower Japanese engine script document. MD fuel MPG script document. MD Thailand retire script. Document MD Katie Yoder rabbit script. Document MD.